Good evening and welcome to the Ncwlife Evening News. I'm Eric Granstrom. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window, courtesy of the Sky-Fi wireless network, as we look down from the cross camera on this first day of November 2018. A mild day today. Had a few raindrops here and there, but oh, look at the colors as the fall leaves are in high fashion. But by tomorrow, all those leaves could be gone from the trees, as we have a lot of wind in store for us. As you take a look at our wind map from the National Weather Service, yeah, these numbers on here in that dark red is reflecting high winds. Out in the basin, they could see gusts over 50 miles an hour. These are some of the gusts expected tomorrow, maybe in the 40-mile-per-hour range here for Wenatchee Valley. Now, that's tomorrow later in the day. Earlier, in fact, coming in tonight, we have lots of rain in store for the higher elevations. Looks like, as you can see there, we are in the rain shadow. Maybe not much rain here in downtown Wenatchee at all, but around north central Washington, quite a bit of rain. In fact, the east slopes of the Cascades could see up to a half an inch of rain. So no snow in the forecast for the mountains, so no worries there. But you could have standing water if you're traveling over Snoqualmie and Stevens Pass. We'll get you more on your forecast coming up a little bit later on. Now, a few of the top stories we're following for you tonight. A Quincy man has been sentenced to 35 years in prison in a shooting death. A Halloween trick has Moses Lake police searching for 2 suspects. And the streets were filled with trick-or-treaters throughout the region last night. But first, we begin tonight. Omak police are asking for help identifying those responsible for placing straight pins in Halloween candy. Officers say 2 separate people who had been trick-or-treating within the city limits of Omak reported finding straight pins in their children's candy. One of these candy packages was turned into the Omak Police Department. Both complaints reported finding a straight pin in a small box of Nerds candy. The plastic tip on the straight pin was the same color as the candy within the box. It was also reported that a similar straight pin was found inside the packaging of a small Snickers bar. Omak Police Department is investigating, but no suspects have been identified. Noel Cardenas of Quincy was sentenced this week to more than 35 years in prison for the 2017 shooting death of 17-year-old Jaleel Munnings. Cardenas, now 19, had previously pleaded guilty in Grant County Superior Court to shooting Munnings and his friend Luis Nava Trujillo, who survived a wound to his shoulder. Cardenas was shot the 2 teens February 25, 2017 with a rifle in a Quincy alley between I Street Northwest and J Street Northwest. He was arrested weeks later in George. Moses Lake Police investigating 2 cases last night involving suspects dressed up in Halloween-type costumes committing thefts in the town. In the first, 2 subjects wearing face paint burglarized a house in the Lower Basin Homes area. They were caught on video. It's not the best quality, but if you recognize the suspects or their clothing, you're asked to call 509-764-3887 in reference case number 18ML15527. That's 18ML15527. And the second theft report, suspects stole items off a porch in the Knowles Vista neighborhood. In this case, the photographs are a little better. If you recognize these guys, call the Moses Lake Police Department in reference to case number 18ML15532. Well, downtown Chelan resembled a scene from The Walking Dead last night when a group of costume ghouls gathered for a flash dance performance of Michael Jackson's Thriller. Fun at downtown Chelan last night. Halloween celebrations around the area included hundreds of costumed children and their parents trick-or-treating in Wenatchee's downtown. The Pybus Public Market also hosted a Halloween party and costume contest with this homemade dragon get up taking home first prize. From a law enforcement perspective, officials report a relatively quiet evening with no major problems except for a few smashed pumpkins found on neighborhood streets. Well, coming up next, what better way to talk football and politics than a local barbershop? With November here, it's time, believe it or not, to think about Christmas trees and our kennel cameos today with Bart the dog. I'm Eric Granstrom, and you're watching the Ncwlife Evening News.
Eastern Washington. It's a great place to call home and a great time to own a home. It's the ideal place to lay down roots for your family and your future. Gisa Credit Union thinks Eastern Washington is a great place to own a home too. That's why we offer all kinds of home loans with personal attention every step of the way. We're your home. For home loans, we're Gisa Credit Union.
Thanks to the help I received at Goodwill,
I have a job.
I'm working now. Thanks to Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is a free walk-in job search assistance program designed to get you back to work. When you donate to or shop at Goodwill, you're really helping people find work.
Thank you.
Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Welcome back to the Ncwlife Evening News for this Thursday, the 1st of November 2018. In for Grant Olson, I'm Eric Granstrom. Well, Bud's Barbershop has been a longtime social gathering spot in Wenatchee. For decades, it's been a place where opinions on everything from hunting, sports, and politics are free-flowing. Now, Bud died about 5 years ago, and his daughter Connie now runs the business. Ncwlife dropped by the shop this morning to talk with some of the regulars about current events, including tonight's big game, among them local attorney John Brangwin.
What makes this such a special place?
It's an old school barbershop. It's kind of like the Mayberry barbershop. This is where guys come in, get their hair cut, and stay a little bit. Maybe there's a little mini golf here, have some popcorn, coffee, tell lies and fish stories, that sort of thing. It's just an old school barbershop. I've been coming here for years, and most mornings you can find me here before I head to the office. I come in even when I don't need a haircut. Although this haircut, even though it's short, I need it cut quite a bit, so it gets shaggy pretty quickly.
So obviously a lot of opinions shared here at the barber shop.
Yeah, a lot of opinions. Sometimes they turn into arguments, but not too often. So now with everybody having a phone, we can settle most arguments. When people make claims that aren't true, you can get on Google and prove them wrong, but we still let them go on and on.
So Bud's is a special place, obviously, and it's also the home of the Southside Gentlemen's Club. Tell us about that.
Well, the Southside Gentlemen's Club was started by Bud when Bud was still alive, and it started out as just a small get-together on Friday evenings at 4 o'clock when the shop closed. A few guys had stopped by to have a drink, and then Bud just kept expanding. It turned into kind of a big potluck. He'd make oysters and frog legs and all kinds of things, and more people stopped by, and it became a real kind of a speakeasy almost on Friday nights, and then someone labeled us the Southside Gentlemen's Club, and after we were finished here, we'd head down to the American Legion. There was a table reserved for the SSGC members, so those were good times. The guys are falling off, a lot of vets, a lot of Vietnam vets, and so guys are getting passing and stuff, so it's a smaller group all the time, but great memories of the Southside Gentlemen's Club for sure.
Well, we came down here initially to get some opinions on tonight's big game between Eastmont and Wenatchee. Certainly a lot riding on this one tonight. What's your prognostication?
Eastmont, I think, will clearly win. It's a little bit of a David and Goliath versus the two schools, but I got to go with Eastmont. My daughter's a junior at Eastmont. She's a varsity swimmer there, so I'm sticking with Eastmont. I think they win by 2 touchdowns, say 24-10.
So what do you think, Connie?
I don't have a dog in the race on that game, so, and I got customers from both sides, so for once I got to be an impartial barber.
How about you, sir? Who's going to win tonight, Wenatchee or Eastmont?
I'm not saying either way.
Bud's Barbershop is located on South Wenatchee Avenue, just north of Stan's Mart. Tune in tomorrow for part 2 of our feature when Steve Hare gets his ears lowered. Well, it's November 1st. The fall leaves are carpeting the forest floor, and snow now covers some mountain peaks, heralding the passing of the fall season. Along with these seasonal changes comes the opportunity for families to purchase Christmas tree permits from the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest. Permits went on sale today for $5 each and are available at all Ranger District offices and the forest headquarters in Wenatchee. Free permits are available to 4th graders as part of the National Every Kid in a Park initiative. 4th graders with a valid Every Kid in a Park pass can get one free holiday tree cutting permit from the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest. Pretty neat deal. Each permit allows a family to cut one tree with a tree height limit of 15 feet or dig a small live transplant tree. Permits may be purchased in person or by mail and are limited to 2 permits per family. The permits are non-refundable and are only good on the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest. Well, it's time now for our weekly Kennel Cameos feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Today, NCWLife's Megan McPherson introduces us to Bart the dog.
Hey guys, Megan here with the NCW Life channel. We are here with Kathy, a volunteer at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, and also joining us today is Bart. So what's going on with Bart?
Well, we're very excited because Bart is in a wonderful new program we have. It's getting ready for the Canine Good Citizenship behavior. He's doing fantastic. He and 3 other dogs have been selected to partner up with some of our staff and a couple volunteers to go through this training, and they learn specific skills that they practice and then they master to be good, well-behaved, just not only in your home but out and about on the trails or wherever you're going. Bart, for example, went on Sunday up on a hike, and Donna was very, very impressed with how Bart did on the hike, because part of being a well-behaved dog is learning how to go on the trails and not be chasing other dogs or chasing other people. So he did very well.
Excellent. And what kind of home life is Bart looking for?
He could be an only dog with an active family that would take him places and walk him and run him. But the other thing he does very well with is female dogs. And I think certain male dogs he would be fine with too, but he likes the ladies. And he's in our play group. We have a group of about 4 of them. Bart is the only guy, and then there's 3 female dogs that are very active. So he is a very good player. He's polite to them. They have the rough and tumble play style, but he never gets hyped up too much to either make them feel uncomfortable or make us feel uncomfortable. He plays very well, and that's kind of how he is around people too. He's yes, you are. He's very good about correcting himself and not going crazy. So yeah, we're really impressed with Bart. He's in our other building in the quiet hall because the one thing that's great about him is he's not much of a barker, but he doesn't really like lots of noise. And so he likes a calmer environment.
What is the adoption process for Bart?
So for anyone that's interested in seeing Bart, we just have you come down anytime we're open, and we'll just bring him out, introduce you. We'll stay with you for a little bit. We'll take you up to the play yards, let you spend time with Bart, see how you like him, answer all the questions you have about Bart, talk about your home, what kind of a home it is, and if you've got other animals, what animals do you have, and just help you through the process. So we would love to have people that are interested in Bart come down to the shelter.
All right. Hey, Bart, do you have something to say? The Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is located at 1474 South Wenatchee Avenue and is open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org. Kennel Cameos is supported in part by Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory in Leavenworth. Not only does the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory have great house-made fudge and super delicious candy and caramel apples, but they also have great doggy treats for your four-legged friends, located at 636 Front Street in Leavenworth. This has been Kennel Cameos at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society.
Thank you much, Megan. You're watching the NCW Life Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCW Life Evening News. Stay with us.
I came here to CVCH because one of my friends referred me. When I met Dr. Jocelyn, she was just amazing. She connected with my son and it meant so much to me. He opens up so quickly because she just sits there and plays with him. It really is like going to see a friend. It's really great to walk into somewhere where you feel welcomed and you feel accepted and respected. It just feels like home.
So Pam, how's your mom doing?
She's okay. She's struggling. She'd like to stay in her house, and it's getting harder for her to do the daily chores.
What kinds of problems is she having?
Just basic house cleaning, you know, taking care of her house, yard work, taking care of her medicine.
Mm-hmm. It does sound exhausting.
It is very exhausting, and I always worry about her.
Aging in Adult Care can assist you or your loved one to remain comfortably and safely in their own home. Contact them today to start the conversation.
With 15,000 square feet to explore, you'll find something special at the Antique Mall at Cashmere. For the do-it-yourselfers and those with a keen eye for making something old fresh and new again, the Antique Mall at Cashmere is the place to come find your next project. From the coin enthusiasts to avid collectors, Antique Mall at Cashmere has treasures in every corner. Come find your treasure today. Antique Mall at Cashmere's friendly staff is here to help. Stop on by today.
Welcome back to the NCW Life Evening News. It's time now for NCW Life's Megan McPherson to fill us in on some of the events going on this weekend.
Here's a look at what's on tap this weekend around the Wenatchee Valley. Music Theater of Wenatchee presents Little Shop of Horrors, being performed this Friday and Saturday at the Riverside Playhouse. The meek floral assistant Seymour stumbles across a new breed of plant he names Audrey 2 after his co-worker Crush. This foul-mouthed R&B singing carnivore promises unending fame and fortune to the down-and-out Seymour as long as he keeps feeding it blood. Over time, though, Seymour discovers Audrey 2's out-of-this-world origins and intents towards global domination. Get your tickets at numericapac.org. Health Alliance Northwest Medicare information is this Saturday from 10 to 2 in the local Tele-Event Center at Pybus Public Market. Come learn about Medicare plans and ask all your important questions. Wenatchee Valley Symphony Orchestra presents Beethoven and Borodin Saturday night at 7 p.m. at the Numerica Performing Arts Center. Audience members will also be delighted to hear the violin concerto written by Pulitzer Prize-winning composer Kevin Putz, performed by violinist Rachel Patrick, who has entertained concert-goers around the world. Also Saturday night is the Pray for Snow concert from 6 to 10 p.m. in the parking lot behind Arlberg Sports. This is the official kickoff to the winter season. Come celebrate the start of winter and the upcoming season with your friends from Mission Ridge, Leavenworth Winter Sports Club, Badger Mountain Ski Area, and Echo Valley Ski Area. All proceeds from the beer garden go directly to support these local hills. And finally, the Icicle Creek Youth Symphony Fall Concert is this Sunday at 4 p.m. at the Snowy Owl Theater in Leavenworth. Icicle Creek Youth Orchestra is in its 24th year of providing high-quality orchestral music instruction to students throughout North Central Washington. Admission to this event is free, but donations to support the Youth Orchestra program are encouraged. There will be opportunity to donate while reserving tickets online and at the concert. For more information on this weekend's events and others, visit the community calendar at ncwlife.com.
Well, time to see what's happening outside our weather window before we get into the details of a big system that's moving through the area tonight and into tomorrow. The day-to-day, not too bad as we look at things down below in the Wenatchee Valley from our cross camera, thanks to the Sky-Fi local wireless network from LocalTel. Boy, beautiful colors with the leaves changing, and those leaves are going to be leaving us. Let's talk about what's happening here as far as the weather is concerned and what's impacting our weather in North Central Washington. We'll get to that here in a moment, as well as your 7-day forecast. But right now, we'll take a look at what happened. 61 for the high today. Pretty mild temperatures. You walked outside and it's like, I don't need a jacket. Kind of nice. 45, the overnight low, way earlier this morning, about 3 o'clock this morning. Our normal this time of year, you see we're about 9 degrees warmer than normal. 52 the normal high, 36 the normal low, and record high temperature for today set back in 1997 of 64 degrees, 15 the record low, that stretch in 2002. Very, very chilly. We didn't get any measurable precipitation. We had a few raindrops over the day today, but nothing to accumulate. We're still at 5.62 inches of rainfall for the year so far here in 2018. Sunrise this morning at 7:45, sunset tonight at 5:54. So let's take a look at the weather window as far as the motion is concerned, and these high pressure systems and low pressure systems and what's happening. This is earlier today, so we had kind of a few sun breaks. We had some ominous clouds, and we're seeing some of those clouds start to form on the horizon. Now, as we get through the night tonight and into tomorrow, you can really see this stretch of weather start to hit the Cascade Mountains. That's going to really drop a lot of rain on the Cascades. We're going to be kind of in that rain shadow, though, but then the wind, as we mentioned, up to 30 miles per hour. Regular tomorrow with gusts out in the basin up to 50 miles per hour. That's going to sweep through us here over the next 48 hours. Saturday we're going to have kind of a break in the weather, but then Saturday night another system moving through. Might bring some snow up into the Cascades up in Canada. Really nothing to worry about as far as the Washington Cascades are concerned. Just some rainfall and some heavy rainfall, so you might have some standing water if you're traveling over the mountains this weekend. As we head into next week, we're going to get that high pressure system that's going to redevelop here, and we're going to have a nice day on Monday. Yeah, figures just in time for us to head back to work. So here you see the systems moving through with that low system that's moving through the Washington area and is being pushed from behind by another inclement system, and that's what's creating the wind that will come through here tomorrow. So batten down the hatches, and I'm sorry if you raked a bunch of leaves, you're going to have a bunch more on the yard as we get through the weekend. All right, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. As we talked about, a chance of rain through the night. This is updated here through the afternoon. They got a better look at what they expect as far as the system is concerned. So we're looking at showers developing tonight. I don't think for the Bridge of Sportsmanship we're going to see any rain. We might have a few drops here and there, but it's going to start about 10 o'clock tonight and really rain through the overnight hours. Measurable rain, and we're talking maybe 3/10 of an inch of rain falling here in the Wenatchee Valley overnight tonight and into tomorrow. And then the rain tomorrow will subside mid-morning, and then we're going to really get things dried up with that heavy winds that are coming. 51 for the overnight low tonight, tomorrow's high 60, and then 43 for the low on Friday night. As we mentioned, it should start the day Saturday fairly mild with dry temperatures, dry conditions, high temperatures in the upper 50s. We'll see some sun breaks through the day on Saturday, and then Saturday afternoon, here comes the rain again with another system that's going to push through the area. Nighttime low overnight Saturday about 42. Sunday, we'll see some showers in the morning, and then it will be sunny by the afternoon and dry up. High temperature on Sunday expected in the upper 50s. Now, we've been talking about those normal conditions as far as nighttime lows are concerned. We're finally going to start seeing some of those normal temperatures into the 30s for the overnight lows. We're going to get some frost in the valleys here starting next week with highs in the 50s, lows in the 30s, and high pressure building back into north central Washington. So we're going to see sunny days, but some chilly temperatures. That's a look at your forecast here on the NCW Life channel. We'll be back with sports on the way next. Stay right there.
The physical therapists at Cascade Medical love the outdoors as much as you do. But sometimes where there's love, there's also pain. Let us help you get back to the activities that you love. Cascade Medical, partners in your health.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life channel.
Well, it's the 50th Bridge of Sportsmanship football game between Wenatchee and Eastmont tonight at Leibofto Field of the Apple Bowl. We begin our pregame tailgate show at 6, kickoff at 7 on the NCW Life channel. Not only is the Bridge of Sportsmanship trophy on the line, but the Big 9 league title as well. Eastmont undefeated in league play with 5-0 record. Wenatchee's 4-1. Wildcat coach Michael Don says it doesn't get any better than this.
You really can't beat rivalry game for an outright league title or a share of it, whatever it comes down to. But either way, it's going to be a fun football game against two teams that are playing good football right now.
Let's talk about the fact that the game was moved up because of the possibility of a mini playoff. I know you'd like to take care of your own business and not have to deal with that, but what does that do for you as far as preparation?
It makes us squeeze a few things in, and you just got to make sure you cover everything and do it in timely fashion. So we tried not to change too much for our kids. We did a typical Tuesday practice. We bumped a few special teams things up to Tuesday, but we were already planning to pare back. It's late in the year. Kids are banged up. You're really not trying to go too long at practice. So we had the plan in this week to spend a little more time on special teams, a little more time walking through. And so we just, weren't able to do as much of it as we had planned going in. But it worked out well being late in the year. And at this point in the year, usually you're about an hour and a half practice, maybe 2 at the most. We're 2-hour practices all year. And then we just extended it. We went 2 hours and 15 minutes. And really time-wise, it almost equaled out to what we would normally do.
We asked Panther coach Scott Devereaux if moving the game up a day makes a difference for his club.
Not really. Not really. Kids are resilient. They're ready to go. They want to get playing. So, we're ready.
How exciting is it for you, your coaching staff, and for these players to still have this chance, not only to take this trophy back, but also maybe claim another trophy in the process?
That's a great opportunity. Great opportunity. It's kind of like a second chance that, we get a chance to tie things up here last game of the season. We look forward to it. They're excited, motivated, and, it's going to be a fun game.
Talk about, as you get ready for this game, do these kids care about history? Do they care about, maybe they care a lot about last year, especially the guys that were part of that game last year.
Yeah, they remember that, and there's some of our seniors that played as sophomores, they won that game. They remember that. The whole history of it, I know there's some dads and uncles and stuff that talk about those days, but kids today don't dwell too much about that. Their life is right in front of their faces, and, that's probably a good thing.
Over the past 4 years, the two teams have split this annual game, with Eastmont winning in overtime last year, 36-34. Wenatchee won 2 seasons ago, 17-14. Eastmont toppled Wenatchee 3 years ago, 14-9. That snapped a Panther 4-game winning streak. Overall, Wenatchee holds a 32-12 series lead. Be sure to tune in, as we'll be joined by Cashmere coach Phil Zakowski for a play-by-play. It all begins tonight at 6 with the kickoff at 7 right here on the NCW Life channel. Well, that's going to wrap things up for tonight for our newscast. For more on these stories and other news from around north central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or on our website, ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or call us at 888-6295. That's 888-NCWL. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel Monday morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with your host, Dan Kuntz. I'm Eric Granstrom. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV everywhere from Localtel sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV Set Free. Enjoy the extra value Localtel delivers with TV everywhere. Visit localtel.net and sign up today.